Hey everyone, this is Parker Suthar. Now, this is the second part or second session of the topic relation. In previous session, we discussed what is a relation, now then what is domain and codomain of a relation, and also how to construct a relation matrix of a given relation, and also how to represent a relation in graphical form, and that is called a diagram. In this today's session, we will discuss some basic types of a relation, and that is inverse relation, complement of a relation, composition of a relation, and some basic other types. So first, what's an inverse relation, or it is also called as converse relation? If capital R, it is a relation from capital A to capital B. A, we know that the left set and B is the right set. From A to B, then the inverse relation of the relation or of capital R. It is denoted by R inverse, and it is a relation from B to A, as it is an inverse relation or converse relation. Whenever the given relation is from A to B, then its inverse relation will be from B to A. Now it is denoted by like this R inverse, and it is defined as set of all, instead of xy we have set of all yx. The ordered pair has been changed. So set of all yx such that this y belongs to the second set B and x belongs to A, as well as this xy belongs to R. That means x has to be related to y. If xy belongs to the relation, that means x is related to y. Then for inverse, y is, this means that y is inversely related to x, or yx belongs to the inverse relation. The inverse relation is also known as converse relation, and hence sometimes it is denoted by this r raised to c or r converse. For example, if R it is if R is a father relation on a given set, this F M B1 B2 S1, then see here the given set is like this. F stands for father, M stands for mother, B1 and B2, that means two boys B1 and B2, and S1 sister, or B1 B2 is brother and S1 is sister. So we have one family of set FM B1 B2 and S1. So if R it is a relation, then see S contains 5 elements. So R it is a subset of S cross S. So maximum in S cross S there will be 25 elements or 25 ordered pairs. But here the specific R is given as father relation. So what will be R? It will be like this. See, F is a father and B1, B2 and S1. They are their sons or daughters. That means B1 and B2 are two boys or brothers, and S1 it is a sister. So FB1. So F is a father of B1, yes, comma. F is a father of B2, yes, and F is a father of S1, just a one. So in R there will be only 3 elements, but in S cross S there will be 25 elements. So by the definition of relation, R it is a subset of S cross S. Now, if we want to find the converse of this relation, so then, or inverse, then inverse relation of R can be, the given relation is father relation, so inverse relation is son relation or daughter relation. So if we want to write a son relation, then let us name it as R1 or son relation. So R1 inverse will be like this. B1 is a son of F, his father, and B2 it is a son of F. So it is a son relation. And in same manner, the daughter relation will be, just name it as R2 inverse. So it will be S1F. So S1, she is a daughter of F1. So there will be, this is the inverse, R1 inverse, R2 inverse. So whenever R is given as father relation, its inverse will be son relation or daughter relation. Let us consider second example. If A equals to, 3 elements are there, A1, A2 and A3, and capital B, and that is 1 and 2. So the relation R is given. A11, A22, and A32. Now again, this A and B, so there will be total 6 entries or 6 elements in the A cross B. But relation, it is a subset of Cartesian product A cross B. So this is true. So A11, A22, A32, this will be subset of A cross B containing 6 elements. So A11, A22, A32, and it is defined from A to B. Now, if we want to find the inverse of this relation, so then what will be the inverse? It will be like this. Just change the coordinates. So whenever if you have xy, then its inverse will be yx form. So a11, so 1a1, a22, so 2a2, a32, so 2a3, and which is defined from b to a. Let us discuss what is a complement of a relation. Let capital A and capital B be two non-empty sets. A relation capital R from A to B. It is defined as capital R equals to set of all AB such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. Then the complement, and it is denoted as like this, R dash. It is defined as R dash equals to set of all AB such that this AB does not belongs to R. So whenever all those elements which are in R but for complement they are not in R, so AB does not belongs to R. That is, if A is R dash related to B, that means if A R dash B, if and only if A is not related to B. Again, if A R dash B, if and only if A is not related to B. Some results are there for complement of a relation. The first one, R1, we have two relations, R1 and R2. So R1 union R2 whole dash means whole complement, that is equals to R dash intersection, sorry, R1 dash intersection R2 dash. And in same way, if we change the union and intersections, we will get R1 intersection R2 whole complement equals to R1 dash union R2 dash. But I think you have seen these type of results in somewhere else or in set theory or whatever. So yes, you are right. It is the De Morgan's law. So it is De Morgan's laws for complement. Now next, composition of relations. Let capital R1 be a relation from two sets A to B and R2 be a relation from B to C. Now we want to combine or composite relations. So the composite relation from A to C. From A to C, it is denoted by the symbol R1 dot R2 or simply R1 into R2 is defined as like this. See, R1 R2, that is equals to set of all ordered pairs A and C. Here R1 is from A to B, R2 is from B to C. So its composition will be from A to C. So A means the first coordinate of R1 and C is the last coordinate of R2. So set of all AC such that this A belongs to A. So that means the first set C belongs to C. C belongs to the last set. We have three sets A, B, C. Also, and B belongs to B. B belongs to B such that this AB belongs to R1 and BC belongs to R2. Again, R1 R2 equals to set of all AC such that this A belongs to A, C belongs to C, and B, this middle coordinate B belongs to B such that AB belongs to R1. That means A has to be R1 related to B and B has to be R2 related to C. We will discuss in example. For example, let capital A equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have given set and which has 5 elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And R1 and R2 are given. The first relation is 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5. And R2 is 3, 2, 4, 5, 5, 1. Now, here we have only one set, so it is a relation on A, not from A to some other set because both the sets are same. So it is a relation on A. Now we have 5 elements. So in A cross A, there will be 25 elements. But here in R1, there are 4 and in R2, there are 3. So they are subsets of this A cross A. So they are by default a relation. In exam, no need to check, but it is just for information. So R1 and R2 are there. Now, if we want to find R1, R2, that means R1 composition R2. See, R1 and R2. So that means first we need to apply R1. So just consider this R1. So here 1, 2. So that means one's image is 2. So one's image is 2 or 1 goes to 2. So here 1 goes to 2. Now just consider this 1 goes to 2. Now in R2, check whether 2 goes to some other element or not. So here in left coordinate, is there any 2? 3, 2, 4, 5, 5? No, just stop here. Okay, so 1 goes to 2 and here 2 goes to nothing. So just stop here. So first entry is done. Now for this, here one's image is 3 or 1 goes to 3. Now in R2, check 3 goes to some other point or not. So yes, here 3 goes to 2. So that means the final entry for composition will be 1, 3, 3, 2. So that means 1 goes to 3, 3 goes to 2. So the entry will be 1 and 2. So this is the entry 1 and 2. Now next, here in R1, check 2 goes to 4. Now in R2, whether 2 goes to something else or not, some other points or not. So here it is not there. So just stop. Now next 3, 5. So 3 goes to 5 and here is there any point? 5 goes to some point. So 3, 2, 4, 5. Yes, 5, 1. So 3 goes to 5 and 5 goes to 1. So the point will be 3 and 1. So 3, 1. Again, I am repeating first. Here 1 goes to 2, but here 2 goes to nothing. So just stop. Now next 1 goes to 3 and here 3 goes to 2. So the first point will be 1, 2. Next 2 goes to 4 and 4 goes to 5. So 2, 5 will be there. So 2, 5. Then 3 goes to 5 and 5 goes to 1. So 3. So this is how we can calculate a composition of two relations. And here specifically we have found R1 and R2. Now let us calculate R2 and R1. So R2 and R1. So for R2 and R1, first we need to consider from R2. So just pick this one. So 3 goes to 2. Now in R1, 2 goes to something. Yes, 2 goes to 4. So 3 goes to 2 and 2 goes to 4. So the first entry will be 3, 4. Yes, 3, 4. Next 4 goes to 5 and here 5 goes to nothing. So just stop. Now 5 goes to 1 and 1 goes to 2 and 1 goes to 3. So both the entries will be counted. So 5 goes to 1, 1 goes to 2. So that means 5, 2. So 5, 2 entry will be there. And last 5 goes to 1 and here 1 goes to 3. So 5, 3 entry will be there. So this is how we can find R1 and R2 and R2 and R1. But you can see that both are different. So note this R1 R2 is not equal to or not same as R2 R1. So that means they are not commutative. Next, relation in a set. Let capital A be a relation from A to itself. Then R is a relation in A. That means we have only one set, so it is called a relation in A. So that is R, it is the subset of A cross A. Yeah, that's it. Now next, identity relation. Let capital A be a set. The relation IA. Its symbol is identity A. IA defined by IA equals to set of all AB such that this A belongs to A and B belongs to B and both the entries are same is called the identity relation. Thus, the identity relation in a set is a set of ordered pair AB of A cross A for which A equals to B. For example, if capital A equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then what will be the identity relation? Means both the coordinates will be same. So that means 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, and 7, 7. So this will be the identity relation in which both the coordinates are same. Next, universal relation in a set. let capital A be any set and let capital R be a relation on a set A. So that means there is only one set. So that means R is a subset of A cross A. Next, so if R equals to A cross A, see here R is a subset of A cross A, but whenever this R and A cross A both are same, so then this R is known as a universal relation. Like this. For example, here A equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But suppose we have, so that means A cross A will contain 25 elements. So if R contains 25 elements, so then this R will be a universal set. Next, void or empty relation. A relation R on a set A is called void relation if no element of a set is related to any element of A. That means R equals to 5. So void means empty. So if no element of A is related to any element of A, so there is no relation in between, so it will be 5. Thank you.